Let me go ahead and greet our YouTube family. Welcome in, YouTube family. So glad to have you here today. My name is AD Roberts, and yes, I am your success coach. And every day when we come on here to do this live, Monday through Friday from 12 to 2, there are two simple goals that we have. The first one is to create a sense of connectedness and community where we love on each other, we support each other. The second thing that we do every day is that we always have a topic. Hey, Trinity, good to see you coming in here. We always have a topic that is designed to be impactful and empowering at a meaningful level. So glad to have you up in here. Today is no different. We're going to kick this thing off. Our TikTok family is over here rocking and rolling. Hey, Elsie, good to see you up in here. Welcome in, welcome in. Happy Tuesday, everybody. So let's go ahead and get this show started. I'm excited about it. Yes, focus, energy, manifestation. You know where your focus is, where your focus goes, energy flows. Where energy flows, manifestation soon follows. All right, so let's go ahead and kick this day off. Yesterday, we started with this amazing conversation, and it's a very relevant conversation because many of us, especially as we're getting ready to go into 2026, we're going into this new calendar year. And you know, we're about to hear those anthems over and over again. Y'all ready? Y'all ready for them? And that it is the new year, new me. The new year, new me. And unfortunately, many people don't understand what that truly means, what that new year thing actually means. And so if it's truly a new year and it's a truly new you, that means you have a whole new set of standards and boundaries because how you see yourself, your identity creates what? Those standards and boundaries. And so when you have a new you that is emerging. The old you have to acknowledge and understand that the old you is how you got to this place. But one of the biggest things when you start to move in a new direction in your life, when you start to choose to do better, to be better, to have more, to heal yourself, to live in a place of prosperity, abundance, joy, peace, where you live rich, you're always going to have to wrestle with our good friend. And our good friend is doubt, self-doubt to be specific. And the reason why your subconscious mind wrestles with self-doubt so easily and so effortlessly is because it is designed to do that. Your subconscious mind loves the familiar because it loves repetition. It loves what it loves. It loves what it is accustomed to. And so anytime we begin to move into new areas and new territories, well, what begins to happen? You start running into doubt because you're going into new spaces. And those new spaces, unfortunately, they represent danger or discomfort. And so because because the subconscious mind loves repetition and it loves the familiar, anything that is new is juxtaposed to that. And so what we're going to be talking about today is how you transform the power of your ability to transform self-doubt into self-mastery. Self-doubt into self-mastery. So just kind of catching everybody else up, and I'm going to bring you up today. Tiny says, why is that? What is it designed? Why is it designed to doubt? I definitely have that issue. Many people have that issue because your subconscious mind, here's the thing, and here's some rules especially for our newbies. Come here, Tiny. Your subconscious mind really is the architect of the entire show. 95%. And let me tell you, because I believe this is your first time on, Tiny. I am a clinically certified hypnotherapist, and because 95% of our reality, your reality and my reality, it is systemic of the subconscious mind. Only 5% of what we experience. Hey, Neon. Hey, Neon. Good to see you on. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in, your friend. All right. I appreciate you guys being in here. And I'm acknowledging our family here on YouTube. So glad to have you on here. And again, if you guys are newbie, just simply put newbie in the chat. And so with that being the case, your subconscious mind runs 95% of the show. Only the 5% where your conscious mind and where your ego dwells, it believes it's running the show. but it doesn't. Hey, Barik, good to see you on. Y'all love on Barik for me, please. Y'all do that. And so because it only makes up 5%, but the ego really thinks it runs the show. But here's the thing, by design, your subconscious mind is designed to protect you. And because your subconscious mind is here to protect you, it runs off of a program. And that program is systemic of what was given to you at birth, given to you by your tribe, your family, your social construct as you grew up. Anything that is repetitive, any emotional state that is repetitive, any action that's repetitive, it becomes a program in your subconscious mind. And so anytime you begin to move into a new area, you have a new opportunity, you have a new job, you got a new boo, you got a new anything that is new that is outside of the norm of your pre-described subconscious mind programming. If it's new, then it represents danger until it becomes familiar. And sometimes it takes a minute to reprogram. That's a good word, Tani. It takes a minute to reprogram. Thank you for grabbing that daily heart me as you guys come in. It takes a minute to get that to reprogram that subconscious mind, unless you use a modality like hypnosis, which goes straight directly to the subconscious mind to help reprogram it. All right, so our topic for today is about self becoming, being self mastering. And so the starting point for it is self doubt. And so self doubt forms through emotional repetition. Self doubt forms through emotional repetition, subconscious imprinting, and early conditioning that lingers long after childhood. The subconscious stores tone, emotions, meanings, replaying them as internal narratives. And that's the key. These internal narratives continue to go over and over and over. They play like a movie in your mind over and over, determining how you feel. And so that being the case, the first law, one of the things that we talked about yesterday, and I'm just doing a little brief recap so that we can get us up to speed so that we can start off our day 2. The first law of internal leadership, the law of self-perception. Perception becomes creation. Now, let me lay something out. Now, perception becomes creation, echoing what they talk about in the Tao Te Ching. Now, simply meaning your highest self, your highest form of enlightenment is truly knowing yourself, knowing your authentic self. And so self-doubt usually comes from confusing who you used to be with who you're becoming. I'm going to say that again. If you're taking notes, this is a great place. This is a great place to start. It is a great place to start. Here we go. The subconscious, literally, self-doubt usually comes from confusing who you used to be with who you are right now, who you're evolving into, because you have this dichotomy. You have the old you and the new you. The old you is running off the old programming. The new you is trying to upload new programming. Well, the old you is still a variable in the equation and is always going to be doubtful. It is always going to ask the question. It is always going to be trying to understand why you're making this move into this new space. And this is scary. This is new. This is not safe. So again, the subconscious is going to cling to familiarity, even when that familiarity identity limits your growth. Even if, and also sometimes the familiar can be uncomfortable, and we call it the uncomfortable comfort zone. I'm going to say that again. We call it the uncomfortable comfort zone, because even though it is uncomfortable, we still wind up acquiescing and bending to the same desires and old needs, old habits and old stuff, because it is the familiar. That's where that old term comes from. It's better to deal with the devil that you know. That's not a term that I like. I don't like to hear that term, because what it does is it locks you into a season that is no longer serving you. All right. So self-doubt as an energetic disruption in the field. All right. Remember this. Let me lay this down. Come on, my newbies. Come up here real quick. We live in an energetic universe. And because we live in an energetic universe, this universe has a language, and that language is frequency. It is vibrational frequency. And that frequency, you might say, well, where does that frequency come from, AD? In part, thank you, Fine Wine. In part, that frequency, that frequency in part comes from us. It comes from us. Thank you, Miss Q. Thank you so much for grabbing that daily heart me. And as you guys come in, make sure that you grab that daily heart me, because you don't want to miss those 46 engagement points. So back to this frequency thing. So in part, that frequency comes from us. Thank you for the rose. And because that vibrational frequency comes from us, where does it come from? It comes from the thoughts we have, the words we speak, the actions we take, and the emotions that we experience. So again, the thoughts we have, the words we speak, the actions we take, and the emotions that we experience. And so since this is an energetic universe that has a language that is frequency, the frequency in part comes from us by virtue of the thoughts we have, the words we speak, the actions we take, and the emotions that we experience. Those things create a resonance. Thank you, Tani. It creates a resonance. It creates a frequency. That's right. That's right. That's right, Janae. It comes from the protocols of alignment. And so that resonant frequency, it creates this resonance. And I like to call it the protocols of alignment. So again, the thoughts you have, the words you speak, the actions you take, and the emotions that you experience. That creates this resonance, and that resonance is then broadcast out into the quantum field. The quantum field then receives it. It broadcasts out into the quantum field. The quantum field then reflects it back to us as reality. Okay? It broadcasts back to us as reality. Because it broadcasts back to us as reality, that's what we experience. So what does that mean? The law, the universal law of correspondence. The universal law of correspondence is very, very clear. The universal law of correspondence says, as within, so without. As above, so below. As it is in the east, so shall it be in the west. Where your focus goes, energy flows. And where energy flows, manifestation soon follows. What does all of that mean? Simply put, that what you and I experience as reality is merely a reflection of what is happening inside. So, as within, so without. So if now does that make sense, everybody? If that makes sense, everybody, just let me know. If it makes sense, put yes in the chat. If it does not make sense to you, because I don't want to leave anybody behind. If it doesn't make sense, now let me make sure. Now let's make sure. Let's make sure. All right, good. And all right, excellent. Now, so what's gonna happen now? You might now if you came in here to have fun, this is not the place. Now, not that kind of fun. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, we got some moderators that don't play the radio. So Tamal, you might want to check yourself real quick. You probably won't last very long. Anyway, you might just need to go on to the next live. All right, I just warned you. But nevertheless, but let's go. So everybody understands that y'all got it. Hey, Glam, good to see you on in here. Good. Yes, take those notes. All right, Tamal, you welcome to be up in here, but keep it cute. Keep it cute, because I promise you, that was nice. They like they actually. Well, never mind, it didn't work. I thought you was giving him a little grace. Fine Wine. It didn't last. It didn't last. Miss Q, I'm so glad to have you up in here. Hey, Didi, where you been? Did I see bad girl Mimi come up in here? Oh, God. Welcome in, bad girl Mimi. I tried. You was trying to? I tried to warn him. But y'all see, we protect this space. This is a safe space for you all to come in here and to be and to grow and to laugh and have fun. But what we're not going to do is that right there. Oh, I love y'all. All right, let's keep going. So self-doubt as an energetic disruption in the field. Now we were just talking about the quantum field, and we were talking about how the quantum field receives our signal, because 24/7, 365 days of a year, you are broadcasting a signal. You're always broadcasting a signal, and that signal, yeah, I'm glad to be, listen, we glad to have you back up in here, Didi. You're always broadcasting that signal, and that signal is going to be is broadcast out into the quantum field, and the quantum field is going to reflect it back to us as reality. Now, if the news is constantly sharing negativity, are we manifesting a negative reality? I mean, Tony, we don't care nothing about that, to be honest with you, because the news is going to broadcast what the news broadcasts. It's what you're receiving. Now, if I'm not on that spectrum, I don't watch the news. I don't advocate people to watch the news because the news is what the news is. Just what you just said, a ball of negativity. So why would I watch the news? I don't watch the news. I really don't watch television. I got a big old library of books. I got a big library of books. So so no, Tony, we don't even pay that doesn't even show up on our radar screen. And so that's not even on my timeline. That's not a part of my reality. That's not a part of my experience. I don't negate the fact that it's there, but it just doesn't show up because it's not a variable in the equation of my life. And so, that's just how it is. But here it is. Watch this energetic disruption. Self doubt behaves like static that interrupts your signal, the signal of your intentions. Remember, you're always broadcasting a signal, right? A part of the signal that you're broadcasting are the intentions that you want to experience. But the problem is when you doubt, let's just say you say, okay, I'm gonna start working out, I'm gonna get in shape. I'm gonna start looking good, right? I'm gonna start looking good. I'm gonna be in good shape, and I'm gonna be fine. Get these muscles together, right? You're gonna get these abs popping, you're gonna get everything, you're gonna get on that Stairmaster, you're gonna get it together. So this is the new you. But the old you is the biggest hater that you'll ever that you'll ever encounter. So the old you is gonna sit there and it's going to have self-doubt. And it's going to it's like, you really sure you want to do this? You in your 50s now, but you talking about you want to start working out and you want to be fine again. So you have this internal dialogue that is going, and that internal dialogue winds up being very, very negative and putting doubt out there. So, but what's actually happening? Remember, you're always broadcasting. What are you broadcasting? You're broadcasting a frequency. Hey, Joy, good to see you up in here. When you're broadcasting a frequency, that frequency is an amalgamation of the thoughts you have, the words you speak, the actions you take, and the emotions that you experience. So if the thoughts that you're having are self-doubt, if you're doubting yourself, that's a thought. That means that you have inside of your transmission, because that's a part of the protocols that you're broadcasting that doubt. Thank you, Antoine. You're broadcasting that doubt. And as you broadcast that doubt, what is it doing? It is creating static in the field. It's just like, you're trying to tune into a radio station, but you're not quite on it because you're just a little bit off. So you remember the old days when you used to have to tune into the radio station? See, come on, my old heads. Y'all know what I'm talking about. See, these jits, they just stream music now. But in the old days, the only way that we could tune into a television station or a radio station, we had a dial. We had a dial. Y'all don't know anything about this. It's like a dial, but thank you, Mimi. Thank you so much. Oh, and so thank you, Lindsay. Good to see you on. And so because we had this dial, you remember when you would have to try to fine tune. Oh yeah, throw a little aluminum foil on that thing too. We would have to fine tune it. But before we fine tuned it, when we weren't directly on the channel, we were a tad bit off. And so what would we get? In between channels, we would get what? Static. So what is happening with the signal that you're broadcasting? The signal that you're broadcasting is staticky because the self-doubt that you have, that is a part of the thoughts that you have, the words you speak, the actions you take, and the emotions that you experience, it is a part of your protocols of alignment. It is a part of your broadcast frequency. It is literally creating static, and that static is interrupting your signal. And so what does that do? That delays the manifestation of the things that you want. 100% don't suggest watching the, oh yeah, no, yeah, we passed that for sure. Yeah, we don't watch the news around here. When the conscious mind wants progress, watch this. When the conscious mind wants progress, but the subconscious mind doesn't feel safe. Now this is big. This is big. This is big. This is big. When the subconscious mind doesn't feel safe, but the conscious mind wants progress. So you consciously say that I want to move into a new space. You consciously say I want to move into a new life. What's going on, Majestic? Good to see you on here, superstar. Welcome in, welcome in. Glad you were able to pop in for a second. We truly appreciate you being up in here. Yes, we do. Nikki, what's going on, Nikki? Good to have you in here. Good to have you in here, Nikki. Happy, what's the day? Tuesday. Happy Tuesday to you. Look at all my folks coming in. So glad to see. And listen, we're at 11K right now. Go ahead right now. This is a good time. Go ahead and share this live out. Everybody, if you will, go ahead and share the live out. Also, if you can repost it, there's a little repost button that you can repost this bad boy. Thank you so much, Majestic. Thank you, Fine Wine. Thank you, Antoine. I see y'all. Excellent. And make sure that you grab your engagement points up here, right there at that little heart. Make sure you grab those engagement points. So yes, y'all thank you, Kathy. Thank you, everybody. I truly appreciate it. So now we gonna make us some good headway. All right, good deal. Many forms of self-doubt are actually subconscious safety strategies, not personal weakness. And so when we talk about that, the subconscious often mistakes expansion for danger. We just got through talking about that. So again, the subconscious often mistakes expansion for danger because it equates unfamiliarity with risk. Always remember that as you're moving into new areas and you say, if I'm going to amass new wealth, your subconscious mind is going to be doubtful because this is a new space. And so as you expand, that is definitely expansion. As you expand, it often mistakes expansion as risk. Does that make sense? If that makes sense, everybody put yes in the chat. Your subconscious mind, it interprets expansion, growth as risk. And because it looks at it as risk, then it says, wait a minute, this is dangerous. We need to take a step back and we need to take a look at this. We need to assess this a little bit more. Excellent. Thank you. I'm glad y'all get it. Y'all got it. And so your subconscious mind is going to throw that doubt off in there. And because it throws the doubt in there, what is it doing? It is causing interference patterns in. Oh, we gonna get there, Kathy. Slow down, girl. Kathy say, listen, I just got up in here, so I want to answer. I want to know how we get past that right now. We gonna get there, I promise you. Just hang on there here, Kathy. We gonna get there before the day is out, I promise you. But welcome in. I love it. Kathy said, forget all of this right here. Just take me to the end. All this long teaching you got going on, AD. Just get me to the end. All right. So again, it's going to look at it as unsafe. And as we do that, that subconscious mind is creating interference patterns. Those interference patterns, it's going to cause delay. That's right, Delisa. It's going to cause delay in your manifestation because of the static. It's just like you trying to tune that radio. Thank you, Fine Wine, for my hat. You know I like my hat. And you know it. Is that Henson coming up in this thing? Welcome in, Henson. Good to see you, superstar. Come on in this bad boy. Come on up in here. Good to see you. Craig, where y'all been? Where has everybody been? This is the holidays. I know y'all holidaying. I know. Y'all just holidaying. But good to see you up in here. Let's see. So what winds up? So since the subconscious sees expansion as risk, you start to behave a particular way when you're operating in a space of self-doubt. You start turning down opportunities because the body remembers past embarrassment or criticisms or things. You start to procrastinate. You start to hesitate. You start to do things. Certain things show up in your behavior that you like, God doggone it. You're doubting whether this is good or whether I should continue to move in this space. And then so what do? You procrastinate, you hesitate, you don't pull the trigger, you don't take advantage of opportunities as fast as you normally would. Hey, Sabali, good to see you. Welcome in, Sabali. And so that's a part of it. And we're catching up. We're almost there. We're almost there to our point today. We talk about the shame loop and leadership breaks. Self-doubt fuels hesitation. What did I just say? Self-doubt fuels hesitation. Hesitation fuels regret, and regret reinforces the original doubt. And so what winds up happening, and I love this one about what the Holy Odu says. If you are familiar with Ifa, and one of the Holy Odus, it talks about when the inner head, or what we call the ori is unclear. A person walks in circles emotionally, spiritually, and mentally. So that's the same thing that happens with us when we are not clear about our new identity. And see, that's the key. As we are moving from the old us to the new us, from the broke you to the wealthy you, from the sick you to the healed you, as you're moving from one version of you to the next, as you're beginning to expand and you start to experience the new you, there's some uncertainty that goes along with it because the new you is new. And that uncertainty is brought about by the self-doubt that arises from the subconscious mind because it is not familiar. And so, again, the Holy Odu teaches that when the inner head or the aura is unclear, when it is unclear, a person walks in circles emotionally, spiritually, and mentally. But here's the key. Come on here, Kathy. Here it is. Here's a part. I'm gonna give you a sneak peek. Here's a sneak peek. Yeah, Luxter, I like that. It is growing pains, and if you look at it, I love that you said that because if you look at it as growing pains, then it's just a part of the process, and it's not something that is going to throw you totally off. It is not something that's going to end your life. It is not going to be something that's going to stop you from experiencing the greatest version of yourself. It is just growing pains. That's right, catching up with your new reality. And so as it's trying to catch up with the new reality, it's going to have the self-doubt. It's part of the growing pains. But here's the pattern interrupt. The pattern interrupt comes when leadership interrupts. And that be that self-mastery that we've been talking about. That self-mastery that we've been talking about. Yes, labor pains of a new life. We'll take that one. We'll take that one for sure, Janae. Self-mastery interrupts this loop by inserting clarity where confusion used to reign. So you have to be clear. So one of the solutions, Kathy, if you're still in here, Kathy? One of the solutions to the problem is to get absolutely positively clear about who it is that you are moving forward. You have to totally sell out to this new identity because your identity is absolutely vital because the universe does not give to us based upon what we ask for. It doesn't give us it. It doesn't, like, you can beg. Okay, you still listening. Okay, good. You can beg until your face caves in. You can beg and plead and ask and pray, but there's a science to the prayer part. The universe does not give us what we ask for. It gives to us based upon how we see ourselves. How we see ourselves. No, Kathy, it doesn't give us what we expect. It does not. It gives to us based upon how we see ourselves. You can expect, unfortunately, all day long, because you got to understand that the protocols of alignment are systemic of the subconscious mind. The thoughts you have, the words you speak, the actions you take, and the emotions that you experience. What are all of those predicated by? How you see yourself. How you see yourself. How you see yourself creates standards and boundaries. Those standards and boundaries control everything in your life. It is what allows stuff in. It's about what you project out. It's about what you accept as a person and what you will not accept. It is the standards of your life. See, success is not a goal. Success is not a goal. Success is a lifestyle. Always remember that. That's why when people sit up here and they diet and all that kind of stuff, living well is not about a diet. That's why diets never work. That's why people who unfortunately tend to be overweight are overweight because it's a part of their lifestyle. Thank you. Thank you, Foxy. Oh, I love that. She said, may all your intentions find alignment. And you know, that's one of our favorite words up in here. Listen, Foxy, you act like you've been in here before. Foxy, are you a newbie? And if we have any newbies up in here, let us know that you're a newbie by simply putting newbie in the chat. If you are a newbie up in here, let us know that you're a newbie if we have not already acknowledged you so that we can love on you because we appreciate you for being in here. We really do. Thank you, Mr. Lyric. Good. Welcome in. Y'all love on Mr. Lyric. Anybody else? Any other newbies up in here? Oh, okay. Good. Thank you, Foxy. Thank you, Resilient. Yes, Kathy's a newbie up in here. Sunkissed is a newbie. Oh, come on. I love it, love it. Listen, welcome in all of our newbie people. Little mama, come on in, Pin. Welcome in. So glad to have y'all up in here. If this is your vibe, this might be your tribe. So welcome in. We love it. We love the fact that y'all came by and hung out with us. And hopefully you'll continue to come back. And because we're on here every day from Monday through Friday from 12 to 2, except during the holiday season, because tomorrow we're going to be off tomorrow. So we're bringing in the new year and all that good stuff. All right. So we're going. So we got to create that pattern interrupt. That pattern interrupt where you're suffering from walking around in circles and circles and circles. Thank you, Foxy. Thank you so much for that daily heart meet. When you're walking around in circles because you're not clear, the goal is to get clear. And how do you get clear? How do you get clear? Get focused about who it is that you are and how you see yourself. Because the greater you see yourself, when you see yourself as abundant, the universe responds to that. The universe responds to it. And you receive everything that you've asked for, not by virtue of the ask, but by virtue of how you see yourself and how you present yourself, because how you see yourself creates standards and boundaries. Those standards and boundaries are going to cause you to change everything in your space. And when you get clear about yourself and when you're broadcasting that signal, what winds up happening? The universe reorganizes everything in your reality based upon your new perspective and you selling out to it. Right. Yeah, the universe does speak. It speaks all of the time. And that language is vibration. It's frequency. Absolutely. You're absolutely right. Sweet pecan. All right, here we go. Reclaiming your inner mastery through identity shifting. You know, this is big. This is big. This is what we were just setting up. Your identity is not fixed. It is not fixed. You and I are shifting and changing and growing every day. And as we shift and change and we grow every day, we wind up shifting vibrationally. So identity is not fixed. It is a vibrational state that can consciously be shifted through emotion, repetition, and intentional focus. And so just like as it says in scripture, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is what? So is he. So that speaks directly to the subconscious being the seat of identity. Your identity is your choices, your thoughts, your actions, all of that good stuff. Absolutely, Foxy. Great. This is not new. This is remedial for Foxy. Glad to have you up in here with us. All right, so we're almost done with our recap, and we're right at the top of the hour. We're nearing the top of the hour. The law of assumption. This is a huge one. The quantum field responds not to desire, but to assumption. This is the law of assumption, and the quantum field. This is where the rubber meets the road. This is where you got to get it. The quantum field responds not to desire. So you can desire something all you want. You can beg for it. You can plead for it. You can pray for it until your face falls off. But the universe does not respond to desire, because many people desire a lot of things. That is one variable in the equation, and actually a very small variable in the equation, desire. But it is assumption. It bends to assumption. The universe, the quantum field responds to assumption, the law of assumption, your internal declaration of who you are already right now in this moment. How you see yourself right now in this moment is going to determine how the universe responds to you. Simply put, no ifs, no ands, no buts about it. And here's the clear. Here's the clear proof and evidence. If the life that you've been begging for, the life that you've been looking for, understand this, that life has been looking for you too. The life that you're looking for, the life that you've been praying for and you're asking for, all of those things. Come on, Sean. There we go. You have to recognize your purpose, because of your purpose, once you recognize your purpose, it will lead into your ability to tap into your new identity. Because your purpose, when you align your purpose and your identity, now you cook it with gas. No begging, just attracting. That's right, Antoine. But the law of assumption says that what you assume about yourself is going to manifest in your life. So if the assumption about myself, if I assume that I'm a healer, as I assume that I'm a teacher, as I assume that I'm a clinically certified hypnotherapist, I begin to embody those things, those assumptions, and the universe responds based upon the law of assumption. So what are you assuming about yourself right now? All right, so we're good. We're at the top of the hour. I'm gonna go ahead and do this really, really quickly. And listen. Thank y'all. Y'all have been really doing the thing. We're only at 26K. Let's go ahead. We gotta crank those. We gotta crank those likes up. So tapping is clapping. We're at 26K now. Typically, right around this time, we should be right at about 50K. But we're a little bit behind today. So maybe, I don't know. We'll see. All right, let's go ahead, and I am going to, if any part of what we have been talking about today has been relevant at any meaningful level, it is coming from, I'm tapping Coach Sarah, I'm late. Okay, you good, fine wine. Yeah, that's right. Tapping is clapping. Listen, if any part of what we've been talking about today has resonated with you at any meaningful level, I authored this book, Cracking the Abundance Code. Cracking the Abundance Code, and we released it in April of 2025. And can y'all see the white banner down here? Can y'all see the white banner there? If you can see the white banner down here where it says Cracking the Abundance Code, where you can grab a copy of the book down there, you can see it. Okay, great. Thank you, Antoine. Listen. We only have a handful left in stock, right? You can't see it, Amy. If you can't see it, you can click on it's a little orange pocketbook. It's a little orange purse looking thing. And you can see it right there. So if you don't see the white banner, hope some people see it, and that's why I ask, because sometimes it shows up, sometimes it doesn't. But down at the very bottom, if you don't see the white banner that says Cracking the Abundance Code, you can go ahead and click on the little orange purse. And that little orange purse will allow you, that's CTAC. That's right, CTAC, Cracking the Abundance Code. So listen, I authored this book. It is Kathy just grabbed a copy of it. Let's go ahead and celebrate Kathy for grabbing her copy of Cracking the Abundance Code. So if any part of this has resonated with you, the foundation of it is right here. The foundation of it is right here in Cracking the Abundance Code. And one of the things that self-doubt is a huge thing. It's a huge thing. It's a limiting belief. And so many of you are doing the work. You're doing the work. Yes, you are. You're doing the work. You're doing an amazing job. Who got their manifestation boards ready? Not manifestation boards. What do you call it? Vision boards. Who's ready for who has their vision board that they're working on for the coming year? Come on, let me see, because I know y'all up in here. You got your vision boards? But let me give you this. Let me give you a little secret about your vision board. Your vision board, what I want you to, Edie has theirs, Mimi has theirs, she has hers. Let me see. So I'm guessing the red or the blue pill is true in the Matrix movie. Pick what suits you best. Absolutely. Yeah. Just pick what you want. You just pick it. All right, you're gonna make one. I'm doing a digital one. Oh yeah. Now that's what I have. I always have digital vision boards. So yeah, great. But here, y'all are doing the work. I see that y'all are doing the work. Y'all coming to class and all of that stuff. But unfortunately, what happens is sometimes we're out of alignment. And we're out of alignment because we hold on to some limiting beliefs. And so our whole topic today is on understanding the power of shifting from what? From self-doubt to self-mastery. And so here, one of the greatest things is in the very first chapter, what do we talk about? We're talking about limiting beliefs. And so limiting beliefs, we talk about limiting beliefs, and we set the tone in this entire book because you're doing the work. You've been doing your meditations, you've been doing your scripting, you've been lighting your candles, you've been doing all of those things, but you have not seen the abundance begin to show up in your life the way you want it to show up. And usually that is because there are a few limiting beliefs that you're holding on to that is keeping you in a space where you are out of alignment. Okay, so I addressed that in the very first chapter in Cracking the Abundance Code. This is a powerful tool. The very next chapter is one of my favorites, as one of my favorite topics. Even in here, it is. Here we go. Come on in here. It is quantum leaping into your wealthy identity. And so as you quantum leap into that wealthy identity, what does that mean? What does that mean? I'm going to read a little quick excerpt out of here about quantum leaping. Quantum leaping is not about gradual change or incremental progress. It is about making a dramatic, energetic shift that allows you to bypass the traditional steps and obstacles that might otherwise stand in your way. By embodying the thoughts, energy, and actions of your wealthy identity, you begin to think, feel, and behave as if your goals have already been accomplished. This alignment, that's one of our favorite words right here. This alignment creates a powerful magnetic force, drawing opportunities. Now, I want to hang on that word magnetic force, drawing opportunities, people, circumstances, all types of synchronicities needed to actualize your vision into your life much more quickly. That is quantum leaping. Then I'm going to show you one other thing, and then we'll keep going. In the very beginning, I have a 21-day roadmap, a Cracking the Abundance Code roadmap. It is almost like having me with you every single day for 21 days, and I'm showing you step by step, day by day, what are some of the tools that you need to be using? What can you be doing? This is an entire system, I'm telling you right now. The book is the tip of the iceberg, so go ahead and get the tip of the iceberg and go ahead and grab your copy of it. When you grab your copy, we're going to ship that right out to you immediately. The inside, I'm gonna personalize. I'm gonna put your name inside of the book, and as I put your name inside of the book, I'm gonna write a little note in there for you, and also gonna put a little gift. And so we're gonna ship that bad boy out to you. Excellent. All right. Okay. Great. So make sure we're gonna celebrate Kathy for grabbing her copy of Cracking the Abundance Code. Anybody else need to grab their copy? I'm going to leave this here. I'm going to unpin this bad boy. Where are my meditation people at? Where are my meditation people at? Where are our meditation people at? If you're a person that meditates, put me in the chat. Go ahead. Real quick. Let's go. I created, let me tell y'all something. Meditation. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Fine Wine. Meditation changed my life. Hell, shoot. Meditation saved my life, because in one of the darkest times, it allowed me to tap in and to see internally what I couldn't see with these. I'm going to say that again. Me doing meditation saved my life, because if I just kept my eyes open, I was prone to believe the reports of my eyes and my ears. I would be constantly viewing what people thought. I would constantly be looking at what was happening in my bank account, what was happening in my life. And so as I would look at that external reality that I was facing, it was only when I closed my eyes I was able to go within. And when I would close my eyes and I would go within, it activated my faith. It activated, I could see beyond the limitations of my eyes. So what I did, yeah, that's right, Foxy. And so I created, and the reason why I created this is one of my good friends was like, AD, and she's a client of the Oasis Mind Spa. And she would come in and she would say, AD, why don't you make us some candles that we can use during our meditation time? I was like, that's a good idea. And so she said that a couple of years ago, and so we launched this series, and this is the Triple Bliss set. Right here, these candles are absolutely amazing. The Triple Bliss set, here's the very first one. The very first one is Abundance. And this Abundance candle, it actually smells amazing. Each one of the candles are 100% natural soy. It has a cotton wick, and it is infused with essential oils. Everything in this candle is absolutely 100% natural. The essential oil that is in here are, for the Abundance candle, are bergamot and lemongrass. Bergamot, lemongrass, and lodestone oil. You remember a few minutes ago I told you to look back. I told you to look back and look at the to pay attention and put a is, yeah, that's the ethical wax. We'll take that. The magnetism. When I was reading the excerpt out of Cracking the Abundance Code, it magnetizes you. it magnetizes you. Well, this candle has lodestone oil in it. If you know what a lodestone, anybody know what a lodestone is? A lodestone is a magnet in and of itself. It's a magnet. And so the lodestone oil is infused into this candle. And so what does it do? It helps to magnetize or to draw to you. It helps to draw to you that which the intention is. The intention for this candle is abundance. So these are manifestation meditation candles. Again, they're manifestation meditation candles. These are not the ones, even though they smell good, yes, they do. These are candles for work. These are not candles that you just kind of burn willy-nilly. No, you use these candles sparingly. Oh yeah, it's definitely when science meets spirituality for sure. And so your intentions behind it, and the beautiful thing about the vibrational frequency of each one of these essential oils, the essential oil, if you and do your research for yourself, they are definitely intentional candles. Thank you, Fine Wine. I like that. Fine Wine has her candles. Many people on our live already have their Triple Bliss set, but they literally are in alignment. This candle is in alignment with wealth, abundance, and prosperity because of the bergamot and the lemongrass. They are in alignment with wealth and abundance. And because we use lodestone oil in each one of them, oh no, you good, Leslie? Because we use lodestone oil in it, it attracts it. So that's the very first one in the series, in the Triple Bliss set. The very second one, Amy says she loves them. The very second one is the Heal candle. The Heal candle is made of essential rose oil, and it has actual rose petals inside. Oh, you have your sunshine. I'm glad you grabbed yours already. Excellent. That's part of our YouTube family over here. But this is the Heal candle. It too is made of 100% natural soy. The cotton wick, it's infused with essential rose oil. You cannot, like, it's hard to be depressed and you smell the rose. Like, this just smells so freaking good. Man, it smells good. And I'm a dude. So, like rose, like, yeah. But when you understand the science behind it, it changes everything, because the vibrational frequency, or the vibrational frequency of essential rose oil is very, very powerful for healing. It is powerful to shift the energetic field around you. So you definitely want to have these. Excellent. And so that's the second one in the Triple Bliss set. And bringing up the rear is the happy candle. The happy candle, it smells amazing. It is made up with 100% natural soy, and it also has lemon verbena. The lemon verbena, it smells absolutely amazing. So like when you go to spas and all those kind of things, those are the ones that we have inside. So this one is designed to draw happiness into your space, that electromagnetic field. So you definitely want to make sure that you have this one, and because you can't attract wealth and abundance and you're not happy. So when we rounded out the Triple Bliss set, we have the happy candle, we have the Heal candle, and we have the abundance candle, because we want to be attracting prosperity in our space all of the time. You use the happy the most, Mimi. All right, bet it up. I use the abundance. I use the abundance more than anything. Now, when I'm feeling all nice and pretty and everything, I'll put my rose on. But that's what I love. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and listen. So go ahead and grab your Triple Bliss set. We'll ship that out to you immediately. And so let me go ahead, and I'm going to unpin these bad boys. I'm going to delete them from the live, because as they're up here, they like for me to talk about them the whole time. And we're not going to do that. All right, so let's keep going. If y'all are ready for part 8, put 8 in the chat. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, 3 for 40, and then here's the thing. When you know what it is, when you know that they are intention candles, when you know that they are meditation manifestation candles, we're not even going to talk about that part. You can't even get one of these candles for that price. So to get all 3, I wanted it to be one of those things where It was easy. It was easy to grab. It's, it's worth it's, trust me when I tell you, just the one candle is for sure. Oh, and if you know, she'll tell you all day long. She has her candles, and immediately she started burning her abundance candle, and it really started doing a thing. So you want to you want to get, trust me, you want to get your triple bliss set, and we'll be good to go. So thank y'all for putting 8 in the chat. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Internal dialogue, and we talk about the internal dialogue all of the time. We talk about the internal dialogue all of the time. The internal dialogue, the boardroom of the mind. Who's sitting at the table at your boardroom? What's happening at the boardroom of your mind? The subconscious feels like a committee of emotional voices. That's right. Your subconscious mind literally feels like a committee of emotional voices shaped by childhood, culture, fear, and past experiences. All of these people, they're sitting up there, this internal dialogue, they're sitting up there. Your subconscious mind is having a board meeting in your head, literally. So your inner child, your protector, masculine, feminine, or visionary selves all cast emotional votes during the decision making. So every version of you, every version of you is there trying to hash out what it is that you're going to manifest next. They're trying to hash out who it is that you're going to become next. They're trying to hash out every single thing. Thank you so much. Thank you, y'all. I see y'all over here. Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Sunshine. Good to see you on. Look at Sunshine up in here again. Thank you, Sunshine. Thank you, Janae. Thank you, Sean. All right, let's do what we do. All right, let's go, let's go, let's go. So again, your inner child, your protector, the masculine version of you, the feminine energy within you, and that's for males and females too, because that's how it shows up. Don't get to tripping. The visionary selves, all of these things, all of them cast votes during decision making. Self-mastery begins when the higher self, the wiser CEO self, the CEO, the person who is operating with a CEO has a purpose. Has a purpose. The higher self, the wiser CEO self takes its rightful position at the head of the table, setting boundaries, setting standards, choosing what those boundaries are going to be, embracing rest, making decisions to chill, making decisions to push forward, making decisions, accepting opportunities without overthinking them. All of those things, they play into one another. So that's a very, very key. That's a key thing to understand what's happening in your head. So you have all of these different voices, and sometimes there's some people sitting at the table of your subconscious mind that aren't wanted. Here's the tough part. Y'all ready? Come on, come on. Here's the tough part. As you sit there and you ask yourself, who's sitting at the table in my subconscious mind and who has a vote? Whose voice is the loudest? Is it your voice? Is it the voice of your past? Is it the voice of your trauma? Is it the voice of old relationships? Is it the voice of your childhood season? Thank you, Mimi. Thank you, Mimi, for the finger hearts, and thank you, KB, for the rose. Because when I get those, that just make me feel good. I promise you, make me feel good, and I start teaching better. Watch this. Watch how I teach this here. So, who's sitting at the table? Who's sitting at the conference table in the boardroom of your mind? Who's sitting at the conference table? The old you, the new you, the childhood you, the unhealed child, your mother, your father, your members of the tribe. They all have these voices. But whose voice is the loudest? With self-mastery, the loudest voice is the voice of purpose. I went to a $60,000 1-month rehab, and they taught us this. Excellent. And so inside of your mind, you have to ask yourself, who has the loudest voice? Now, here's when you know things are off. If fear has the loudest voice, it's off. Thank you, KB. Yeah, listen, KB is a newbie. Y'all love on KB a little bit. Welcome, KB. So glad to have you up in here. KB77, welcome in. Y'all love on KB because we love to have our newbies up in here. And so you have to ask yourself who has the loudest voice. And how do you know? How do you know that the loudest voice, how do you know what the loudest voice is? The one you hear the most. If you always hear fear, if you always hear doubt, that's the loudest voice. How do you silence it? Self-mastery. Where does self-mastery come from? Self-mastery comes from the moment you decide who it is that you truly are. The moment you decide who you truly are, the moment you decide to lean into your passionate purpose, the part of you, when you start aligning the thoughts you have, the words you speak, the actions you take, and the emotions that you experience, when you start to take all of those and you line them up with your passionate purpose, that passionate purpose creates your new identity. That new identity creates new standards and new boundaries. What's going on, Let Love? Good to see you up in here. That's the part. And so the new CEO should always be grounded in purpose. The final say-so and the decision maker, the key voice should always be the one that is driven by your passionate purpose. That's why you always hear me talking about purpose all of the time, because it is going to be such an integral part of how you see yourself, that identity, and the universe is going to respond to that identity above and beyond all things. Above and beyond all things. All right, come on, let's go. If y'all are ready for part 9, put 9 in the chat. Let's go, let's go. We got work to do. Come on, put 9 in the chat. Let's go, let's go. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Antoine. Thank you, Henson. Thank you, Elsie. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Joel. Thank you, Joe. Joy. Thank you, Fine Wine. Thank you, Mimi. Thank you, Janae. Thank you, Sunshine. Thank you, Sean. I appreciate you. Yes, I'm preaching today, Sean. I'm preaching. All right, here we go. Come on, y'all. Let's talk about some insights, spiritual insights on mastery from 4 spiritual traditions. Because every time we do these talks like this, these talks are always going to be grounded in some spiritual tradition, universal law, quantum mechanics, or psychology. All right. And so I thought it would be great to start to incorporate some of some mastery from some spiritual traditions. And so, like, when we look at the Tao Te Ching, it teaches that conquering oneself is the greatest victory. And what version of the self are we talking about? This is self-mastery, conquering yourself, conquering your ego. The Tao Te Ching is a powerful, in each one of these books that I'm going to be mentioning, you should have these books in your library. You should have the Tao Te Ching. You should have the Tao Te Ching. You should have the Holy Odu. You should have a number of these pieces. You should have the Bhagavad Gita, like Amy said. She thought I was talking about something from Taco Bell. All right, Olivia, good to see you up in here. Yes, Amy thought we were talking about a dish from Taco Bell, but we still love Amy. But it was so funny. It really was funny. All right, so here we go. The Holy Odu teaches that alignment with your destiny requires truth, courage, and self-honesty. Let's talk about this self-honesty for a second. Truth, courage, and self-honesty. The truth is, what truth are we talking about? The truth is that you need to be true to yourself. You need to be true to your divine purpose. Whatever you came here to this planet to do and to manifest and to be, you need to be true to that. Just that simple. That is part of what we call your in Sanskrit, it's your dharma. You need to understand what your dharma is, not karma, but what your dharma is. And in here in the Holy Odu or Ifa is what is your Ori. So what is your Ori? What is your purpose? What are you here for? So be true to it. The second thing is to have courage. Listen, do you know how much courage it takes in order to become the better version of yourself? Do you know how you know how much courage it takes to step outside and launch a business? How much courage it takes, how much you have to believe in yourself to write a book and to release that book, not knowing if anybody will ever read it. And it takes courage. So the next thing is to have courage, have courage, have courage. And then the last part about is have self-honesty. Be honest with yourself. Don't lie to yourself. Lie to me, lie to them, lie to him, lie to her, lie to whoever, but never, ever, ever, ever lie to yourself. Always be honest with yourself. Maddie, you started yourself, your autobiography. Excellent, excellent. Make that thing happen. And thank you, Asian. Thank you, Miss Amir. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate that daily heart me. And in Christianity, Christianity emphasizes renewing the mind daily as a path to transformation. What happens by the renewing of your mind? Every single day, you should have a renewing of your mind. You should have a change. When I learned that repentance meant the changing of mind, that's all that means. It doesn't mean laying on the ground and groveling and begging. What it does mean is that you have to change your mind, because as you change your mind, you change your circumstances. When you change your circumstances, you change your life. Wayne Dyer would always say, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. And it's not just a euphemism, it's actually a scientific approach, because from a quantum perspective, it's the observer effect that at work. What you observe, it manifests. What we talk about every day, where your focus goes, energy flows. Where energy flows, manifestation soon follows. Those are the things, those are the principles. In the back of the Gita, it encourages disciplined action without emotional attachment to the outcome. Detachment is very vital. So once you begin to do the thing, just let it go. You plant the seed and you just let it go. You know how the old folks used to say, a watch pot never boils. Y'all ever heard that one? A watch pot never boils. Anybody ever heard that one? Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Thank you. We know that one, Joel. We know that. A watch pot never boils. That is that emotional attachment to the thing. Because as we are emotionally attached to the outcome of something that we're looking to manifest, we're looking to we have the intention of experiencing, right? But if we continue to be emotionally attached to it, it seems like it's forever. It's never going to happen. But the moment you ignore it, the moment you just kind of move on about your business, the pot begins to boil. How many times, like in real world, I sit there and I'm like, darn, how long it's gonna take for this water to start boiling? I'm trying to cook or something, and I want to know how long it's gonna take. And so this is a part of this process. I don't know what it is. Joy, you understand. It's like a real thing. The more you watch it, the pot will never, never boil. But the moment you walk away, it's like, all right, he gone now. We can go ahead and start boiling. Like it's some magical thing that happens. And then I guess it is. But it's a clear thing. So showing up, even when uncertain, moving forward, even when you're afraid, refusing to negotiate with your self-worth and self-value. This is exactly what I was journaling about today, alignment. Beautiful, beautiful, Henson. This is where we are. This is where we are. So you have to show up for you. Be the version of you. Watch this. That's right, Antoine. Go sit down somewhere. Stop watching the pot. Stop. Get out of my kitchen. Let the universe do what it does. Let the universe cook. Let the universe do what it does without your interference. And so the universe does not require your perfection. It requires your participation. It doesn't require you to sit there and to monitor every step and to micromanage how things are to play out. It doesn't require that. What it does require is for you to sit down somewhere. All right. And so again, you have to show up for yourself, even when you're uncertain. You have to choose the thing that is in alignment with the goal that you have set for yourself, whatever that intention is. You have to do it. You have to do it. You have to do it. Become the person. Watch this. Take this note. Write these down. Become the person Become the person you needed when you were a kid. Become the version of you that you needed when you were coming up. Be there. Support yourself. Give to yourself. Protect yourself. Create standards and boundaries that call amazing things out of the ether. Be the best version of you for you. So show up for yourself every day, even when you're uncertain. Move forward, even when you're afraid. Because the moment you do these things, in the moment when you're afraid, I promise you, faculties begin to show up. The universe begins to align with you in ways, and synchronicities begin to pop into your space, and opportunities begin to manifest themselves in front of you, to the side of you, behind you, every which way you look. When you move beyond the limitations of the reports of your eyes and your ears, when you begin to silence the voice of doubt by taking action, deliberate action, actions that are in alignment with the version of you, the vision that you have for yourself. Refusing to negotiate with your worth. If y'all are ready for part 10, put 10 in chat. Let's go. We're at 56K. I think we can make it. We're a little bit behind. We're at 56K right now, so let's go ahead and tap, 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 tap away. I think that we can make it. I think we can make it, y'all, over here on TikTok. I think we can make to 100K. Let's go ahead and tap, tap, tap away. All right. The emotional chemistry behind self-belief. Now, you always hear me talk about neurochemicals and all of those things. And so this is very, very important that you understand this, because biochemically, the feedback that you're going to get from the neurochemicals in your body is going to affect how your life plans out. It's going to affect your health. It's going to affect all kinds of things. So self-belief is not just psychological. Self-belief is not just psychological. It's biological. Self-doubt has an effect, but self-belief, it is shaped by neurotransmitters like dopamine, serotonin, and oxytocin. These are the feel-good hormones. They begin to support you. There's signals to your body that says, yes, we're on the right path. The serotonin allows your body to relax and to go to sleep and to get rest. The oxytocin is that physical touch, that love hormone. That is the thing that is released into your bloodstream when your boo thing just kind of rub your cheek just like that. Or when you sit up there and you cuddle at nighttime, that oxytocin is released into your bloodstream. So those are the feel-good hormones. The dopamine is that reward, that gratitude, that immediate thing that you get, that rush that you get, that hit that you constantly get. And so it's super important that you be mindful of these things, because doubt has its neurochemicals too. It's called cortisol. It has its chemicals too. Your emotional chemistry shifts when your self-talk shifts. So when your internal dialogue shifts, your emotional chemistry shifts too. What is emotion? What is emotion? What do we say emotion is every day? Emotion is energy in motion. Emotion is what? Emotion is energy in motion. And because emotion is energy in motion, we're talking about emotional chemistry. We're talking about the shifts, because every day our emotions never stay the same. Our emotions shift, and as they shift, so do the chemicals in our body shift as well. So internal leadership or self-mastery rewires your body to trust you more deeply. And the more you trust, y'all already know where I'm going. When you feel safe, you can trust. When you trust, you can allow. When you allow, you're open. When you're open, you can receive. And so the goal here, part of the goal is for you to be able to attract easily and effortlessly. And a part of attraction is being open and allowing. But you cannot be open and allowing if your body does not feel safe. If you don't feel safe, if your subconscious mind does not feel safe, you will not attract wealth and abundance. That is why, unfortunately, many of the people that don't feel safe, that are impoverished, that wrestle with a poverty mindset, That mindset does not allow them to feel safe. Scarcity doesn't feel safe. When you look in your bank account and your bank account doesn't have the right numbers in there, sometimes you don't feel safe. And because you don't feel safe, it causes this cascade of things to occur. The most important thing that you need to do is to become safe. And as you become safe, 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 you can allow because you trust. When you trust, you can allow. When you allow, you're open. When you're open, you can receive. So again, self-doubt is not just psychological. It's not just psychological, it's biological. All right. If y'all are ready for part 11, and we're getting really close. We might get up out of here a couple of seconds early. I don't know. We cranking it out today. Oh, this is good. Oh yeah, we're really good. If y'all are ready for part 11, put 11 in the chat. And so some of these sections were really, as I was breaking down the sections, preparing for yesterday, they're actually small sections, so we're gonna kind of whiz through them pretty fast. Excellent. That's right. Thank you, Sunshine. Thank you, Janae. Thank you, Sean. Turning self-doubt into strength. Turning self-doubt into strength. Here it is. Self-doubt is not a flaw. It's just a natural response. It is a natural response because as you move from the old version of you to the new version of you, it is just a natural response because the subconscious mind loves what? The familiar. The subconscious mind loves the familiar. And as the subconscious mind is venturing into new territories, it's unfamiliar. And so the unfamiliar or the expansion of your life feels like risk. And anytime it feels risk, self-doubt will come in. So self-doubt is not a flaw. It is a signal pointing to unclaimed power. I'm going to say that again. If you're going to take a note today, take these notes. The subconscious reminds us that self-doubt is not a flaw. It is a signal pointing to unclaimed power. Every doubt is asking for clarity. Every time. So here, anytime you doubt, here's what you need to do. Ask yourself. Always use questions. Always use questions to nullify fear, doubt, worry. Always use questions. Never judgment, just questions. Never penalize yourself for doubting a thing. Oh, you need to stop this. You need to cut this out. No. Don't have that internal dialogue. Don't have that. Just say, well, wonder why I'm feeling a little doubtful. And then you'll get the answer. You'll get the answer. The answer will probably be your conscious mind say, listen, we just going into something new and we've never done this before. So again, every doubt is asking for clarity, support, and deeper alignment, not shame. So don't fuss at yourself. Don't be negative with yourself. Trust the process, be kind to yourself, show a little compassion and all that good stuff. Because as you show compassion, it will shift the vibrational frequency that you're broadcasting. So when you go from, when you're broadcasting doubt, you interject the question. And so as you begin to ponder the question, your vibrational frequency changes immediately. Do you see that? If you see how that happens, put yes in the chat. Here you are, you're sitting there, you're having a doubtful moment. You're moving into a new direction, you're embracing a new identity. Thank you, Amy, for my paper crane. But the moment you start to realize that you're being doubtful, that you're being fearful, thank you, Sean. Thank you, Sunshine. Thank you, Janae. Thank you, Fine Wine. Thank you, Maddie. The moment you begin to question and to say, I wonder why I'm feeling that way, instead of judging yourself, the query itself begins to change the vibrational signal. It changes the frequency. And the moment it changes the frequency, you start projecting a new signal out into the quantum field. So you're no longer broadcasting the fear-based one. You're welcome, Dana. You're no longer broadcasting the fear-based signal of self-doubt just by merely questioning that reality. Thank you. If you know, you know. Thank you. I like that star. That's a cool star. You really begin to change everything in your experience. So self-mastery transforms emotional frequency into purposeful momentum. turning insecurity into mastery, turning fear into strategy. See what I'm saying? See what's happening? Turning fear into strategy, turning hesitation into intentional action. If y'all are ready for part 12, put 12 in the chat. Let's go. Listen, we are cranking up today. Anybody want to get out of class early today? Y'all want to get out of class early today? I wasn't planning on getting out of class early today. I wasn't. Thank y'all. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Maddie. Thank you. If you know, you know. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Mimi. Oh, thank you, Sean. Thank you, Janae. Thank you, Dana. Is it Dinah or Dana? I want to make sure I pronounce it right. Is it Dinah? Thank you, Sunshine. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. The law of embodiment. The law of embodiment. The law of embodiment. It is very, very key. It's vital that we understand the law of embodiment. You hear me say the universe does not give to us what we ask for. The universe doesn't give us what we ask for. It gives to us based upon how we see ourselves. What version of us are we embodying? It is an actual law. So the law of embodiment becoming the version of you who leads. Embodiment requires acting from a new identity rather than chasing it. See, that's the problem. See, when you say I am, I am working on my abundance, I am looking to attract more wealth and prosperity into my life, are you embodying it? Instead of asking, how can I make the money? Watch this now. Watch this. This is worth the price of admission. This is worth the price of admission. Instead of asking yourself, how can I make some new money? What new hustle can I get? Instead of asking that question, how about ask yourself, who is it that I need to become in order to attract this wealth? So if you say, I want to attract 50K a month, who do I have to become in order to attract 50K? Not how. Do you understand the difference? If that makes sense, put yes. If that makes sense, put yes in the chat. If that makes sense to you, put yes in the chat. Instead of asking yourself, how am I going to make this happen? Don't do that. Don't say, how am I going to make this happen? Who do I have to become in order to have 50K a month? Who do I need to become? And then the moment you decide who it is that you need to become, begin to embody it. Now, the law simply says embodiment requires acting, not fake it till you make it. Come on now, Delisa. Thank you, Joy. Thank you, Let Love. Come on. Thank you now. Thank you, Sunshine. Thank you. Thank you, Dana. Thank you. Thank you, Janae. Thank you, Sean. The subconscious mind reminds us that embodiment requires acting from a new identity rather than chasing it. We don't chase money. We don't chase the 50K a month. We have to embody the personhood of the person who actually has the 50K a month. So if you're struggling with that thing, and that's what I talk about in my book, Cracking the Abundance Code. This is in chapter 2, how you quantum leap into your wealthy version, into the wealthy version of yourself. I talk about it right here. This is, where you at? This is what I'm talking about right here. When you're quantum leaping, what I'm talking about is quantum leaping into your wealthy identity. If you haven't gotten your copy of Cracking the Abundance Code, you need to get it. You need to get it. So this is what I mean when I say quantum leaping. So by embodying it, the subconscious adopts new identities when it receives consistent emotional reinforcement, standing differently. Shift your posture. Shift how you carry yourself. Shift how you dress. Shift how you present yourself to yourself and to the world. Stand differently. Speak from a grounded confidence, committing to small, daily, bold truths, beginning to do the thing. I remember, I think it was Wayne Dyer. When I was in my 20s and 30s, I listened to Wayne Dyer all of the time. Do the thing and you shall have power. Do the thing and you shall have power. As you take action, as you take action and you make amazing things happen, things will shift in your life. I promise you it will. It will. Everything will shift. When you assume the role, standing differently, presenting yourself differently, dressing different, changing your hair, changing your clothes, all of those things. When you begin to do that, that's right, Nikki. That's right. Watch it start rolling in. Watch it start rolling in. Quantum alignment happens when thoughts, feelings, and behavior vibrate in unison. So what do I say? What do I say? What do I say all of the time? The quantum field is going to respond. It's going to reorganize itself based upon the thoughts you have, the words you speak, the actions you take, and the emotions that you experience. They create that resonance, the protocols of alignment, and they project out into the quantum field, and the quantum field then reflects it back to you as reality. It really will. Mine is shifting right now. Listen, Delisa, I'm telling you, I'm going to tell you something, and this might sound cocky. I don't care, because I am the GOAT. It is impossible for a person to come into my space, and I've been saying this ever since I was in my 20s. It is impossible. I'm going to take my glasses off for this one. It is impossible for a person to come into my space for any measure of time and leave the same. Never. It will never happen. You cannot come into this live. If you come into this live for 30 days, I promise you, if you just come in here for 30 days, your life will be different. There are 3 ways of engaging with us here. One is coming here on this live every single day from 12 to 2. That's it. Coming here. The second thing is if this is your vibe, this might be your tribe. Come on now. There you go, Joe. There you go, Antoine. That's it. Hey, Marie. Testified it. I agree. I can testify. Thank you, Fine Wine. Janae said big facts. Yes. So you can, if this is your vibe, this might be your tribe. I'm gonna invite you to come to the Oasis. The Oasis is our channel on Discord. We have a Discord channel. Yes. And when you become a super fan here on TikTok, hey Brenda, hey Tyshawn, yeah, that's Tyshawn. What's going on, man? Thank you, Maddie. And so if you want to connect with us in the Oasis, come on into the Oasis. The Oasis, again, is our channel on Discord. All you have to do is to become a super fan. And if you have a technical problem or financial problem, but you want to be in the Oasis, just message me, Fine Wine, or Mimi. Those are or Janae over here on TikTok. You want to be in there. We have all kinds of stuff in the Oasis. We have guided meditations. We have pre-recorded hypnosis sessions. We have Monday morning meditation every at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard. Save that. We had a great crowd this Monday. We really did. And I was surprised, especially after the holiday. So I was really, really glad to see that. And so you guys, if you want to be a part of it, we have guided meditations. We have the live, this is actual live Monday morning meditation at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time every single Monday. So put that in your calendars and put your little alarm to make sure that you come to Monday morning meditation, because that's how we set our intentions. And so it's really, really powerful. We have a woman's safe space. Inside of that woman's safe space, and I admonish you guys to come in and be a part of it. Janae is doing an amazing job inside of there, and I need you guys to be inside there and putting in your 2 cents, your 50 cents, because this is a space that we developed for you. Let me see, Sean says, when you sitting on people's porch, they don't have a choice but to start shifting. That's right. That's right. Hey T, good to see you. And so this is the second level, and that's engaging with us in the Oasis. The third level is becoming a member of the Oasis Mind Spa. Many of you are already members of the Oasis Mind Spa. Oh, we got newbies. Well, welcome in, newbies. Thank you, Mimi. Thank you for reminding. If we got some newbies, just let us know that you're a newbie in the chat. And as you put newbie in the chat, we can love on you. We appreciate y'all being in here. We really, really do. There you go. All right, here we go. And again, if you are a newbie, just let us know that you're a newbie by putting newbie in the chat. And so the highest level of engagement is when you become a member of the Oasis Mind Spa. come on in. Come on, become a member of the Oasis Mind Spa. That means you're either working with me one-on-one or you've been a part of our virtual hypnosis experience. What's going on, Vilma? Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you, T. Welcome in. Y'all love on our newbies. Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. Tiara, welcome in. Welcome in. So glad to have you up in here with us. All right. So that's what happens. That's what happens on the embodiment side. And we're really getting close. If y'all are ready for part 13, put 13 in the chat. That's it. Yeah, we're getting close. We only have one more section. We are doing our thing. Yes, 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 yes. Thank you, Nikki. All right. Excellent, excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Thank you. Thank you, Fine Wine. Thank you, Fine Wine. Thank you, Fine Wine. The humor in all of this. The humor in all of this. The humor in all of this. Laughing at the lies self-doubt told you. Sometimes self-doubt makes claims so exaggerated that they become comedic when spoken out loud. Like literally, the lighter side of this work reminds us that not every fearful thought deserves respect. Just because you're a little doubtful of something, that doesn't mean it's the end of the world. Okay? I'm gonna just tell you that right now. And there are a lot of manifestation gurus out here, and I respect them. I appreciate them. I appreciate them creating this space of curiosity and this dialogue that makes sense. And so here it is. It literally reminds us that you don't have to freak out when you're having these moments. It's natural. It is a part of becoming. It is a part of the process. It's a part of the journey. We live in a relative universe. In order to experience hot, we have to know cold. And in order to experience happiness, we have to know a little bit of sadness. In order for us to experience wealth and prosperity, we have to experience the taste of a little scarcity. Because what does it do? It makes life a little sweeter. So when you have a little doubt, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. Embrace it. Just ask the question. And the question in and of itself, it nullifies it. So assuming one awkward moment destroyed your destiny. Come on. It's not going to happen. One moment does not destroy your destiny. You just have to be solid in how you see yourself. You have to be so confident and so assured in who you are. Believing one mistake made your ancestors lose faith in you. Your ancestors they're like, oh, here Janae go again. Here Mimi goes again. Here's Antoine. He ain't do what he said he was gonna do. It's okay. Maybe he'll get it right tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? It is not the end of the world, and your destiny is not thwarted because you just had a moment of self-doubt. But just remember that self-doubt is a clarion call to look within, to go within and say, hey, what is it that I can do? What is it about me that makes me feel that I need to make some other stuff happen? It's just a part of the process. So be kind to yourself in it and laugh at yourself a little bit. Make a joke out of it. And so when you make light of it, humor kind of breaks the emotional spell of self-doubt. Because it tries, ruminate on it. That's a good word. Ruminate on it. Yeah, ruminate on it. Just let that sit there. Thank you, Janae. It's just very, very simple. Self-mastery becomes real when you choose mastery over external validation. You don't need me to tell you that you're amazing. You don't need the world to tell you that you're amazing. You don't. You need a solid, clear, intentional identity. And when you have that solid, clear, intentional identity, you realize that the universe begins to bend to your every whim. Even when you're not looking, it is still creating opportunities. It is still opening doors. It is still offering synchronicities. Thank you, Mimi, for the rising star. It's still doing it. And it will continue to do it. Thank you, fine wine. I'm glad it was right on time because, especially as we're in, we're moving into this calendar year. Every tradition reminds us that the power we seek is already within us. It's waiting for us. It's looking for us. Nikki says, I have forgotten how awesome I was and just finding that out again. Absolutely. One mistake doesn't change your destiny. One negative thought doesn't thwart everything that you're trying to do. The synchronicities are overflowing, Janae. Good. I love to hear that. I love to hear that. But just remember, every tradition reminds us that the power we seek is already within, waiting for alignment, discipline, and courage. It's waiting for it. Intentional, internal leadership becomes a daily decision to rise, to grow, to honor the promise of who you are becoming. Who you are becoming. Man, I thought we were gonna get to 100K today. Well, it doesn't look like we're gonna make it to 100K. It's okay. It's okay. And so we're gonna take a break. We're gonna take a break as we move into the new year. So I'm going to spend some time tomorrow. I'm gonna spend some time on the first meditating. I'm going to spend some time setting some intentions for not only myself, but for you guys as we begin to walk into this new calendar year. And so we're going to have two celebrations. We'll celebrate their little calendar shift tomorrow. Well, we'll celebrate that tomorrow night. We'll celebrate that. But we all know that the real new year happens in the spring. There's no new year. You're at 82K. Well, it says 82K on yours. It says 76K on mine, Mimi. So give us to 210. Oh God, you really want to get that, y'all really want to get that 100K. Look at you. You know what? I'll do that. I'm gonna let y'all do that. I'm gonna let y'all do that, but we're gonna do that with some fun. Mine says 76K too. It says 77 now, Joy. So if y'all want to do that, yeah, see everybody else. Yeah, this is let's tap. All right. Yeah, well, you know what? We're gonna have some tapping music. So listen, I want to thank everybody. So listen, we're gonna keep growing. If you want to work with me one-on-one, if you want to work with me one-on-one, I am my doors are open, especially as we go into the new year. Of course, we won't do the engagement for this week, but I want you to I'm going to put this up here. If you want to work with me one-on-one and you want to be a part of the Oasis Mind Spa, where you're actually working with me one-on-one, go ahead. There's a form down here at the bottom. Y'all see that white form where it says fill out a short form to learn more and to stay in touch? Go ahead and do that. Go ahead and fill out that form. You can be a part of the Oasis Mind Spa. That is the highest level of engagement where you guys you have the opportunity to work with me. And let me ask, and let me put this out there for sure. Like seriously, this is a serious matter. To do it is actually to talk to me is free, Maddie. I don't charge for people talking to me. Here's the thing. If you're not serious, please don't fill it out. But if you are serious and you're ready to take your life to the next level and you're ready to work with me one-on-one and you're ready to really, really do the thing, then reach out to me. Go ahead and put the inquiry in. Go ahead and complete the application and go on. It's right there. If you see the little orange, what does it look like? Mimi, I'm gonna pin it again. Oh, it's up there. It's a little form. It's kind of like a little swoosh with a little checkbox thing. It looks like a little swoosh, like a little box. And you can click on that. Yeah, the orange arrow. Thank you. There you go. Thank you. Thank you, Fine Wine. Thank you, Maddie. So yeah, it's a little orange arrow, a little swooshy looking thing. So again, if you want to work with me, if you're dead serious, then yes. If you're not, because my calendar is crazy. When I tell you my calendar is crazy, so be a little patient. I don't have a full cadre of what do you call those people answering line. You know how people have the phone. No, it's actually me. It's actually me. And so yeah, there will probably become, gonna be a time when I have to do it. But for right now in this season, I want to be the one that touches everybody. I want to be the one who picks up the phone and calls. But only do it if you're serious. If you're not serious, if it's not a thing where you're absolutely motivated, because you'll be surprised. I have so many people who will actually fill out the forms, do the intake questionnaire, and then disappear. And what they've done is actually taken up space on my calendar that somebody who is dead serious could have had. So if you're not dead serious and if you're not ready, don't please don't fill it out. But if you are, go ahead and do it. All right. So we are at 84K right now. So this is good. We're just right at 85K. Listen, I'm going to go ahead and I am going to, because we're getting ready to kick off the after party over here on TikTok. Listen, we love you, our YouTube family, and we look, and I see y'all growing. We listen. Hey y'all, we had about 5-6 people over here consistently TikTok. So listen, thank y'all so much. I truly appreciate you, but y'all don't like to have. Oh yeah, you more than welcome, Sunshine. Listen, y'all don't. YouTube doesn't allow us to play our good music because we like to ride out, and so we about to be a little ghetto over here because this is the last session that we're gonna have, and I won't see y'all until the new year. That's Friday, so no big deal. So I'll see y'all on the second. We're gonna take tomorrow and New Year's Day off, and I'm gonna be preparing for you guys as we move into this. So it's gonna be a good time for friends and family and for introspection. I hope that you guys tap into that introspection time. I'll be in the Oasis. I'll be helping everybody set some intentions and all of that kind of stuff. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. And so listen, I'm sending some love over here to our YouTube family. Thank y'all so much. You guys are growing by leaps and bounds. Thank you, Sunshine. Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Janae, for being a wonderful moderator over here in the YouTube world. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. I appreciate everything about you. We're gonna go ahead now. I'm gonna invite y'all to come over here to TikTok land where we about to kick off the after party. All right. So we about to kick off our after party right over here because we're gonna turn on our music and we're gonna tap this thing on out as we get there. All right. Thank you so much, YouTube family. I love you guys. I will see you on the 2nd. That's this Friday. Much love, much love, much love. Mwah, 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 mwah. I'll see y'all over here on the TikTok side.